The fashion of 1950 was a fashion that concentrated a lot on the accentuation of the feminine figure and in glamour and elegance, and that is why, to this day, it has a great influence on today's fashion. Also, in these times, the jeans became a piece of fashion, especially among men. Until then, the jeans were a piece of work, but thanks to the influence of great stars of music and cinema, such as Elvis and James Dean, jeans began to be an article of the latest fashion. In this decade, the concept of teenager also arises. Until this moment in history, teenagers had never talked about. But from this time, the young people began to be heard and rebel. The hair of the adults took short and curly with the new image. Young people were often allowed to grow their hair, and adolescents tested their hairstyle in short or long term.
In the era of 85s, clothing and fashion accessories were commonplace. It used to be very bright. Women express an image of wealth thanks to their brilliant jewelry. For example, some like large gold earrings, pearl necklaces, and silver and diamond collars. The hair at that time used to be voluminous, frizzy, and very streamlined. The woman at that time brought brilliant makeup. The fashion of the 85s consisted of lips of light color, dark and large lashes, and pink or red.
New World War, and in this era, the style of woman that is imposed is provocative and sensual. The magazine are filled with girls with wavy hair, narrow waist, hips, and imposing bust. The reign of pin-ups, which had begun at the end of the previous decade, and of that feminine style is consolidated. During the Second World War, the clothes produced by Paris were restricted to coincide with the economic environment. The war scene in general was one of monotony and uniformly continuing after the war that ended in 1945. There was an austere atmosphere and people were encouraged to wear the clothes and repair them themselves.
So many things that I left unsaid.
The fashion image about actuality pushy dress and booms with helpful aesthetics and one of the greatest aesthetic trends of the present. After it is also worth noting that feminism a good boy, which meant of relatively short hair and curly. As far as hair removal is concerned, men have also been removing hair. Before he wore the famous expression of hair of his chest, or the more hairy, the more beautiful. However, that went down in the history. In relations, the beauty canon has also said, no beauty guide in the world to get a lot of beauty women. However, we cannot forget the coefficient and aesthetic profile that has been important to show that the body is beautiful and healthy.